back at again with another YouTube video. It's your boy Uriah G, and today we're gonna react to exposing the new industry plants in music. Let's get right into the video.
What if I can't make?
I don't want to hear no ads. Should be an interesting video.
Come out of nowhere and become a massive star. Their songs are being played all over the radio. They also seem to get features with the biggest artists and are all over the blogs. Their music sounds super polished and expensive, and they are media trained and styled by the best high-end designers. It's like one day to the next, this artist was labeled a celebrity and everyone goes with it. By now, we all know that's called an industry plant, someone who was chosen and recruited by the record labels and turned into a star. While the majority of the world doesn't care about artists being industry plants, they fail to realize what being an industry plant really means and how it could affect you. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be exposing the new industry plants in music. Let's
Kind of fire the mask.
get right into it. Most people have heard of the term industry plants before, but have no idea what it means. An industry plant, for those who don't know,
A person who gets in the industry through connects. If their family is in the industry, automatically you're able to get in. That's the first example.
is an artist discovered by a record label before that artist has really anything going on for them. This is called an undeveloped artist. The artist doesn't really have much of a fan base or a marketable image, but is either talented or well connected in the music industry. After the labels choose to sign the unknown artist, the record label would begin to develop the artist, strategically molding their entire story before presenting them to the world. They will create an image for the artist that they know will sell. They make sure to hire big-time producers and engineers to work on their music. They even coach the artist on how to talk and carry themselves in public, which is called media training. The label crafts the perfect background story, giving the artist a created persona that is guaranteed to sell records. After they completed preparing their artist and they feel ready to present the artist to the world, they then start paying media outlets to promote the artist's music, having the artist's face plastered everywhere. Also paying big money to influencers to blow the songs up on TikTok. The record label does all of this in secrecy, working carefully behind the scenes, making calculated moves in order to show no association with the artist. This allows the artist to start being seen by the world as a rising independent artist while truly having the backing of a major label. As the artist gains the support of the fans and starts to blow up, the label then signs the artist to a record deal publicly. Artists that are industry plants didn't have anything going on for them before they were signed. They might have had the talent, but still had little to no fans, and most likely wouldn't have had a career without the industry machine behind them. Now you may
Like I'm finna title the video, they just let anybody in the industry. They let anybody in.
ask, what's the problem with being an industry plant? The artist
It's
gets
a big problem. And they be letting people in with no talent. Like,
the support and help they need to blow up, and the fans get good music out of it. If anything, it seems like a win-win, right? Well, that's what it appears to be on the surface, but the truth is far more complex. These artists that are industry plants aren't real artists. They are a product created by a record label, a product that the label's crafted to use to influence the audience and manipulate them to make them more money and push their agendas. The record labels are the ones who make these artists' image, and they do it for a reason. They use these artists to promote a certain lifestyle that they profit from. Everything the fans buy into about the artist is a facade. The songs are written by
like he said, these people are just handpicking by the industry.
writers hired by the record labels to push their agendas. The beats are made by producers hired by the record labels that they know would have the most effect on the fans. The clothes these artists wear are picked out by designers hired by record labels that they are associated with and make a profit from. Nothing about the artist is authentic. It's all fabricated to attract the audience and push a lifestyle. An industry plant isn't really an artist. They are walking billboards for the label, pushing whatever agenda they are told to. These are artists created so that the labels may manipulate and control you, get you to buy into a lifestyle that they will be able to control you with and profit from. Most people don't look into the behind the scenes of the music business. They think it stops at just the record labels, when in reality, the same people that own these record labels are the same people that own big food manufacturers, the clothing brands, the alcohol drinks these artists promote, and just about everything in between. They own it all, and we can find the evidence of that easily. Vanguard and BlackRock are two of the biggest private investment companies. They both own majority stocks of record labels, one being UMG. UMG, or Universal Music Group, owns many of the independent labels. This means that BlackRock and Vanguard both have a say in the operations over at UMG, and UMG controls many labels under them, meaning BlackRock and Vanguard own these rappers just like they own everything else that consumers buy. It's all one giant system to manipulate the masses to make them slaves to the same elite.
They're getting screwed over at the end of the day.
This is why industry plants are actually terrible for the music industry, as they aren't artists, they are just a product fabricated by the elite to make more money and enslave us. In today's episode, we will be exposing 2 new industry plants being used by the elite. The first artist we're going to be talking about is Tyla. For those who don't know, Tyla is a 22-year-old singer from South Africa who started blowing up this year. She has been all over the industry after her song Water went viral on TikTok, gaining her an overnight fan base. Not long after her song got popular, Tyla managed to be nominated and won a Grammy Award at the 2024 ceremony. Tyla went from an unknown upcoming
Just like that. Just like that.
artist to a Grammy Award-winning superstar all in her breakout year. That's something that rarely happens in the music industry. It's already rare enough for an unknown artist to get a song that big right out the gate, but then to end up winning a Grammy from it in the first year, that just seems unbelievable if you ask me. There must be something really special about this girl. Her music must be unique, but it's not at all. After listening to her song, she sounds like a generic pop hip-hop artist. Her music sounds like all the rest of the songs the labels put out. This made me suspicious of Tyla, and I had a feeling she was an industry plant, something that Tokyo Tony has said a while back.
She's an industry plant. It's common. You came from nowhere. Your little short... No. Girl, no.
Does seem as when they
You
use,
just came from anywhere. And so is the other girl, give me sweat, whatever, make me hot.
not Tyla. Come on, that sounds like just a little big girl who just they wrote some songs for.
Dang, she
Damn.
coming right at her neck like that.
Tyla.
Plants. Give her, watch this. What's this? March, February next, Cold-Blooded Freak. Turned all the way out. Watch. One song gave you a Grammy, but you got people like Angie Stone, they've been around since I was 10 years old.
Yeah, you got people that actually like really make real good music and they ain't even get a Grammy yet. It's messed up. It's industry plants.
Being a rapper, never got one.
Hey,
How's that possible? You walk right in the song fucking radio hot, you got a Grammy. How they do that?
that's true.
How do you get that?
Cause the Grammy, wait, was it a Grammy? She got a Grammy that she said? If it's a Grammy, bro, you already know the Grammys are rigged anyway.
So industry plants exist.
I just named it.
Yeah, you named it because we see who was that? Cat Williams who said Kevin Hart, industry plants.
It's not funny.
Now looking into Tyla's story, that's exactly what I found. Tyla is 100% an industry plant, and I'll explain exactly why. Looking into Tyla's career, I learned that the labels recruited her right after she got out of high school. According to Tyla, she was discovered while she was still in high school through Instagram by her manager Garth Von Glenn, who took over her career and got her in the studio to record some records. Not long after Vaughn started managing her, she dropped her debut single, Getting Late, which was an instant success nationally. She dropped the music video for the song, which got a couple million views, even winning her the South African Music Award for Best Music Video of the Year. She then signed a major record deal with Epic Records.
Of course, cause they all signed a deal. They should know that deals be screwing these people over.
Sometime later, after the label signed her, she dropped Water and then became an international star. If this isn't the most obvious example of an industry plant, I don't know what is. The story of her being discovered off of Instagram
Oh,
is a
she looks like freaking Selena Gomez. What the hell?
joke. No one gets discovered on Instagram, as there's millions of artists posting on Instagram each and every day, and the labels pay no attention to it. Well, labels actually use algorithms to search for artists on social media, but they are programmed to find artists that are already popular with fans, not an artist that has no fans and no one after them. They don't search for an unknown artist with no buzz. If you are an artist or know an artist, you know that social media is flooded with people trying to make music, so the odds of an artist actually being discovered through Instagram are slim to none. This is a generic backstory made by these labels for these industry plants they sign.
Bro, she looks like freaking Ariana Grande. It ain't even Selena Gomez. She look like her a little bit too, but she look more like Ariana Grande. I don't know, bro.
season, Tyler was chosen. She was handpicked by Garth. Looking into Garfon Glenn, I found that he's an industry insider, a director for many music videos and commercials. He worked for Burberry, Elle Official Magazine, Damon John, Fuji, Atlantic Records, and Vice Magazine. He was connected in the industry and obviously used his connections to create Tyler's music career. Not long after Tyler signed to Epic Records, which is owned by Sony Records,
Yeah, that's a true fact because you do need connects to get into the industry most of the time.
she got her first international hit song and then won a Grammy. This is because the record label paid for it. They paid for TikTokers to react to the song and make it popular, and they also paid for the blogs to post her everywhere. Her career is fabricated. Just think about that. This woman won a Grammy on her first breakout year, and it's because Grammys are political. The label obviously asked for a couple favors to make sure this artist pops out from the rest, and that's how she got that Grammy. The only way an artist will get a Grammy on their first year is with connections, ones that we know her manager has. All signs point to Tyler being an industry
See?
plant
I know. He just said connections. That's what I said the whole time.
created by the labels. Now we all know what that means. Tyler already took the oath, and I am confident we will be seeing signs of it soon. She's already doing songs with the other industry puppets like Travis Scott. We all know Travis Scott is one of the biggest puppets in the music industry. He was literally banned from performing in Egypt because he's a Freemason occultist, a show that he promised he was going to do anyways, but thankfully never happened. The fact that he's around Tyler lets you know she already took the oath. This music video for their song is already showing dark, questionable imagery. The video shows Tyler in a glass box, while Travis Scott stares at her from the outside of the glass. As time passes, it's only going to become more blatant that she took the oath. Soon, she will be showing the one-eye symbolism and showing satanic imagery in her music videos. All the same thing that all the other puppets do. Just by looking at her come-up story, you can easily
Because they gotta push an agenda.
determined she's an industry plant. She was chosen by the record labels who decided she was the one they wanted to make a star. Just like the next artist we're going to be talking about, Forbats. For those who don't know who Forbats is, he's an upcoming artist who has been seeing a lot of success in the last year. His song Act 2, Date at 8 went viral on TikTok after posting a music video of himself dressed in
TikTok will blow you up automatically most of the times. Not for everyone though. Not for everyone.
acting like a drill rapper, but singing a rather soft and slow R&B song. The whole gimmick of the song was that the song didn't match the visuals. This would somehow help the song make it onto the Billboard charts, peaking at the number 7 position. This would eventually lead to a Drake feature. This helped the song move up to the 3rd spot on the charts, and this is what took his career to new heights. What's crazy about this is that the Act 2 was Forbats' second song ever released. Not only was it on the charts, but it got a remix from the biggest rapper in the world. Forbats, who came out of nowhere, became a superstar with just 2 songs. Now for an
And he got a Drake future. Dang. Well, will he become mainstream or will he fall off? We just gotta see.
unknown upcoming artist to drop his first song and blow up, and then his second song make it on the charts is rather shocking and unbelievable. This is
So I'm guessing he'll probably make XXL this year. That's what I'm guessing.
already suspicious as it is, but when you look at his come-up story, it just gets even more suspicious. First, there's basically nothing that can be found on Forbats, as we don't see anything about his life, only about his 3 songs that he dropped. What we do know is that Forbats started his music career in 2023. He didn't release any songs before the Act 1 and wasn't seen at all before that song. He seems to be the fastest growing artist, as with 3 songs out, he had hundreds of millions of streams on Spotify. Not long after dropping his songs, he got signed to no other than Drake's OVO Sound, and that's when they made the remix to his song. It's very obvious that Forbats is an industry plant. There is no other way to explain his overnight success. I don't even think they're trying to hide it though. The fact that he signed to Drake, we already know he took the oath. Drake is literally the biggest Masonic puppet in the industry. He calls himself the Sixth God. His record label is OVO, which is a play off OTO, a Masonic organization. His label's logo is literally the Owl of Manivra, which is the original symbol of the Illuminati. Also, the same owl that is worshipped by the elite at the Bohemian Grove. Drake would have only signed Forbats if he took the same Masonic oath as him, something that Forbats is already showing signs of. We can already find photos of Forbats showing that he took the oath.
And he has to push an agenda too, so
doing the one-eye symbolism. In this photo, we see Forbats placing a 666 hand gesture over one of his eyes, showing us the subtle signs that he is a Masonic puppet. In his music video for You Made Me, we see more proof of this, as in the video they show the yin and the yang symbol behind them on a bed. While most people might not think nothing of this, you have to remember everything put in a set of a video was placed there for a reason. The yin and the yang symbol represents duality, which is at the core of Freemasonry. In every Masonic lodge, you will find a checkerboard floor representing the yin and the yang, the black and the white, the good and the evil. As time goes by, Forbats is only going to become more and more obvious with the imagery. Sooner than later, we will see him drop a music video full of satanic imagery. Forbats is actually signed to Gamma Records alongside of OVO. Gamma is the same label behind the other industry plant Sexyy Red. Gamma is owned by Larry Jackson, who is a close friend of Drake. Larry used to handle Drake's deal at Apple Music, and he worked for Apple Music for years. Drake even shouted out Larry Jackson in one of his songs. Larry Jackson is who originally signed Forbats, and he's the reason Drake got behind him. Just like Larry Jackson got Drake to get behind Sexyy Red. Drake isn't hanging out with Sexyy Red because he likes her. He's doing it to give her clout and introduce her to his audience on behalf of Larry Jackson. Off of Forbats, Drake is making money, but I don't know if it's the same with Sexyy Red. Larry Jackson is the man making these industry plants. He's the gatekeeper behind all of these artists. It's obvious everything about this guy is fabricated, a gimmick created by the labels. His success was all created, and he is not an artist, but a product. They are planting him right in the music industry, and people have just accepted it, not knowing what this means. These artists are put in our face to distract us and influence us. We must show these labels that we won't be manipulated, that they can't just create a...
Alright, well that was me reacting to exposing the new industry plants in music. I wasn't gonna originally react to the full video, but I ended up doing it because the video got interesting towards the end. So yeah, it was a cool video. Got more videos coming. Tell me what y'all want me to react to next in the comments down below. Subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, Uriah out.